Hey everyone. Hey. So I came across this tweet in this little excerpt from Gio Lambert, and I decided to make this video inspired by this post or by this tweet he put up on Twitter. And the question is, like, are you easy? Like, is it easy to get you into a relationship? And if it is easy to get you in a relationship, why is that? Right? Like, what has to happen for you to say, yes, I will be in a committed relationship with you? Does it take someone saying some nice words to you without having to back those words up with any action? Does it take someone promising you something without actually fulfilling the promise? Does it take someone to give you validation with compliments? Like, what does it take, right? Is this all you require to be committed to someone? Is this all that it's required of you, right? I asked this question. Okay, so I'm going to show you this little tweet, right? So I am going to kind of avoid saying this word, but Gio Lambert puts up this post here, and he says, let's just call it the value of your portal. I'm just going to call it a portal, okay? And he puts a little quote up from SZA, and the quote says, I get so lonely, I forget what I'm worth, right? So take a look at this. So Gio Lambert starts out by listing a bunch of kind of reasons that he has heard from women who justify giving themselves up to men, right? He just starts off listing reasons. And the first reason is you went to high school together and you know his family. That deserves the punani, right? Does it? He pulled your chair out at the restaurant and paid for the meal. That deserves the most valuable thing in the world, does it? He took you on 4 dates in 1 week. Is that what it takes to get you? You spent 5 hours having a conversation in his car. That deserves punani? You used to talk back in the day, and now he's back and acting more mature. So that deserves it. That's enough to get you. You met his mother and she liked you. So that's what it's worth, right? So he's asking this question over and over again. I'm going to avoid saying the word. Obviously, I don't want my video to be demonetized. But I'm just going to zoom in so you can see this part right here. So after he asks all these questions, and I'm pretty sure these are reasons that he has heard over and over and over again from the women that email him and ask him for advice, and the women that he interviews for his books. And finally, he says, you're too damn old to be falling for basic ass game from these basic ass niggas whose only skill set is telling hopeless romantics what they want to hear. He doesn't like you. He wants to F you. He isn't proving consistency by being nice to you for a few weeks. He's chasing ass. Yet there you go on another date that ends with you letting him go too far or exposed via another house date that proves you aren't as hard to get as your Instagram captions claim you are. And he says, punani is priceless. It's rewarded to the best, not given to the latest crush that gets you drunk off of brown liquor. Stop sliding your panties off of these peasants for fear if you don't give it up, he'll go find his happily ever after with the next woman. You're competing with time, competing with other women, competing with this idea that you have to hook a man with sex for him to like you. You're the trophy, not him. He should be trying to prove that he values you, that he respects you, and that he is interested in getting to know what shaped you and how you think. What is he talking about? What is he trying to do with you? What is he revealing about himself? He's not special. He's just another guy in the race until he proves himself. Reclaim your power by resettling how you think about men in the first place. Okay, so that's the caption. And I mean, it's very powerful. I mean, if you look at if you zoom in on the print on the words that are in red. Okay, so he says punani is priceless. It's rewarded to the best, not given to the latest crush that gets you drunk off of brown liquor. And I think this is really important. Even though he's talking about, are you easy to, give up access to your body? My overall question for this video is, how easy is it for a man to get in a relationship with you, right? Like, do you require do you require simply words that you'd like to hear? Or do you require the person who is trying to get access to you to actually back up those words with actions? Like, which is it? And you have to be honest, I mean, we can't really get any better or change our situations if we're not honest with ourselves. Like, yeah, I mean, when a lot of us are young, all it takes is, someone to say, oh yeah, I like you so much. And we believe them, right? Like, we believe the guys that are like, oh yeah, I like you so much. But when we get older, like I'll say past, I'm going to be generous. I'm going to be generous and say, should I give more time or less time? Hopefully these young girls coming up, if you're past like 20, 23, but I know it takes some time for some women. So let's just say 25. If you pass 25 and so you still making these mistakes, like it's like Jessi Dreams, you smart. See, Jessi Dreams is smart. She said, I need 3 months of security deposit. I hear you. Apple Girl says, I read this post. It hurt my feelings a bit, but we as women got to learn. I mean, listen, I'd much rather have my feelings hurt by someone who actually genuinely cares about me. And I know for a fact, based off of his work, based off of his writing, his books, his website, Gio Lambert definitely cares about women, right? Like, Gio Lambert is the one that wrote this post, okay? I'd much rather have someone that has my best interest in mind hurt my feelings than someone who just really don't care. Like, because a lot of people just don't care, right? But so I just want to go back to Jessi Dreams' comment. So she says, Jessi Dreams says, I need 3 months security deposit. That's super funny, but super smart. Because if you think about it, if you want to rent an apartment, you have to put up some money. You have to at least put up 1 month security deposit, right? And real estate, having an apartment isn't nearly as valuable as getting access to a woman's portal or body. I mean, if you think about this, there are men who are homeless, but will go to the strip club and spend money just to look at a woman's body. And y'all out here just giving up your time, attention, and access to your bodies for nothing. No type of stability. No type of security deposit, right? Because the truth is, a lot of men were pursuing with no intention of treating them well or improving their life or quality of life. And in order to hedge that risk of losing your time, which come on, ladies, like, we have to admit that a lot of men are out here wasting time. Like, they waste a woman's time, and a woman's time is much more valuable and precious than a man's time, because women don't have as long of a fertility window. Like, that window to have kids, that window to really maximize your youth and beauty is like much shorter than a man's. So when men waste your time, it's even worse. It's even worse because women cannot have children up into their 70s typically. But there are men out here getting women pregnant while they are in their 70s. So in order for you to take that risk, and that's just like the most base level shallow risk, which is getting your time wasted. And we all have gotten our time wasted. It just depends on how much time, right? I mean, I don't give anyone more than a couple of days to waste my time. But, unfortunately, like, I have a friend who had a man waste 6 years of her life. 6 years. I mean, found out the man was just with her to get a green card for his brother. So it's even worse, right? So we have to really be careful and make sure we have some type of reward for the risk, right? And that reward will hedge against that risk. Because women, we don't have a lot. We don't got that time. We don't got until we 70 to be thinking about having kids and having a family. Like, we don't have that much time. Men can have kids comfortably up into their 50s, 60s. I'm pretty sure when it gets 70, it gets a little difficult, but they can still do it. So that's smart. Thank you, Jessi Dreams. It's definitely smart. But think about it, guys. Think about what does it take? Is it easy for you to grant access to your time, energy, attention, and body? Does all a man have to do is say, "Oh, you so pretty. Oh, you so pretty." And then next thing you know, you on your back. Like, is it that easy? Is it that easy? If it's that easy, I highly recommend you to put yourself first. Maybe get some counseling, maybe get some therapy, and work through that. And, start to secure a higher sense of self-worth, a higher self-esteem. Okay, so what is Jake talking about? Jake is saying, I agree with Jessi Dreams. Men need to put up money. Ladies, leave broke men alone. No finance, no romance. Women want men who can provide them the resources to take them where they want to go. Absolutely, Jake Moreno. I mean, this is an absolute fact. Most women do want a provider and protector, for sure. And I just think, okay, there's a lot of explanations or interpretations as to why this is the way it is, right? But I say this over and over again to really nail down the point that dealing with men for women tends to be very risky. One of the very first risks that I talked about was the risk that women take in losing their time. And it's worse for a woman to lose her time because she doesn't have that much time to work with to begin with. When it comes to that fertility window, when it comes to that window that women have, that time span that women have to start a family, have children, right? A lot of, what was it, like, for a while people were saying after the age of 35 it becomes risky for women to have children, so they don't got that much time. But men have a bunch of time. Men, like I said, men can have children up into their 70s. Okay. So that's risk number one. And then risk number two is the harm that men can inflict on women. I remember in some of my other videos, I showed some articles of women who are killed for rejecting a man's advances. So, I mean, there was this really popular story that went viral. There was this woman in New York City, beautiful woman in New York City. And I think she went to some type of festival. I think it was the Caribbean festival. And this man was trying to hit on her. And she was like, "I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Please leave me alone. I'm sorry, I'm not interested." That man shot her in the face. So then that's another type of risk women have. So the first risk is that you're going to waste her time, because a lot of men are just out here chasing ass and they're really not out here trying to build a life for a woman that they really want. So there's a waste of time. That's the first layer of risk. The second layer of risk is being assaulted and physically harmed by a man. And this, I mean, it's well documented that men have tendencies to harm women that they try to get sexual access to, and then don't get it. And that's in the form of being killed, being physically assaulted, in the form of being raped, being sexually assaulted. I mean, this happens to women. Even in countries like the United States, I'm in the United States, even in countries here where women typically have more rights and more protection under the law, this still happens here. Imagine what it's like in countries where women have no type of protection under the law or policies. Whew, okay, so that's the third. That's the second layer of risk that women take. The third layer of risk. So say a man gets past, the wasting time risk, the physically harming you risk, and then you let a man have access to your body. So when a woman has sex with a man, she's basically risking her life because the woman takes on the risk of getting pregnant, and women still die from childbirth. Women still die from pregnancy complications. Women still die from postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is crazy. A lot of women will take their own lives because it's that bad, and there isn't, they don't get the medical attention that they need to deal with it. And then if we rewind a little bit and say, okay, what if a woman does what she can do to prevent herself from getting pregnant, right? So she doesn't even have to deal with all of that. There are so many risks in health problems associated with birth control and internal birth control. So if a woman is like, oh, I'm going to get a patch, or I'm going to get a shot, or I'm going to take pills, you have women getting blood clots, a bunch of side effects. It's just very risky. So if a woman is going to undergo all of this risk, there must be a reward. There has to be. What is the point if there is no reward? And you wonder why. Chris Rock had this really funny joke. Let me see if I can find it. All right, I'm going to show you this. And because, I want to preface it with all the risks that women have to take to just deal with men, or just be like to interact with men. It's just really risky. And I want to show you this skit from Chris Rock where he doesn't get into the explanation, but he pretty much sums it up as to why access to a female's body is very coveted. It's very prized. It's highly sought after in many different ways. So I'll let you guys see this.
Like, hey, if you don't take me on a nice vacation, I'm gonna find me a cute guy and I'm gonna pay for shit. But that only lasts for like 30 days. Because women don't like paying for shit. That's right, pussy costs money, dick is free. Any money you spend on dick is a bad investment. Because when it comes to women and money, I'll tell you right now, nothing dries up the pussy quicker than a woman reaching for her wallet. There's something about a woman reaching for her wallet that just dries up the vagina. It's almost like the wallet is sending a signal to the pussy that this man is not worthy of getting away from.
All right. So that's that. Okay. What did he say? Something is free. Something costs money. All right. So, men are telling you this in subtle ways everywhere, right? Like in my what is it? In my video entitled Women Underestimate Their Power, I show you a clip from the old movie. I think it was from the 1930s. The old movie Babyface, where this old man is telling this woman, like, you as a young, beautiful woman can get what you want from any man. Like, stop, limiting yourself, pretty much, So, men are telling you this everywhere. Men are telling you this. If I could find another skit, hold on. Hey, Royal 1993. There's another skit that came from, what is his name? Hold on. Dave Chappelle, right? Dave Chappelle and let me see if I can find this skit. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I found it. I don't know if I can. I really want to find the skit, but maybe the special isn't like available. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna show you this tweet But I really want to show the video of him saying this because, honey, let me see if I can find this video. Oh my goodness. What? Wait a minute. This is Twitter. Okay, let me see if I can find it, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Man, these people are not showing me the videos. Okay, I'm going to show you a skit from Dave Chappelle. Who's basically saying something very similar. But really does speak to the value of having access to female bodies, which is what I really want to run home for you guys. Okay, let me see. Okay, I found it. Okay, I didn't find the video, but I have I have this. Okay, all right. So check this out, y'all. Check this out. Even Powerful Manifestor says men know they gotta pay to play. I mean, some way. So men know if they were women, they would go for older rich men. They know it, and we're dumb. Hey, Playboy. Thank you. You're so nice to me. Playboy says, here to provide controversy. Okay. Not all women deserve providers. The only value a lot of women are bringing is sex. I can live without sex. I need my mind stimulated. It's insane to date in this world. You know, here's the thing, Playboy. Here's the thing. A lot of men do not date women to get their mind stimulated. Some men do. But I would make the assertion that most men do not. Thank you, Playboy. I appreciate you. But Playboy, you seem to have needs that go beyond sexual needs. So, I mean, you got to date the woman that's right for you, you know? Like, not all men, trust me. I know some men who tell me, you know, they've told me that they don't want a woman to talk. Like, they literally just want a woman around to look nice and so they can have access to sex with a woman. That's it. I've heard men say this. So if a man wants that type of woman, then that woman still needs to be provided for because she is giving access to something very valuable. All right, let me see. So I read that one. Okay, thank you, World 1993. Jessi Dreams, hey girl, I got super chat money. Yeah, Playboy is a big support. I really appreciate Playboy. Playboy comes through often. Okay, so let me read this. Let me read this to y'all. Okay, so Dave Chappelle, I think I'm not able to access this video because it's probably, copy written and it was on like a Netflix special. But he says here, Dave Chappelle said, I got paid $25,000 when I was 17 and I was scared to walk around with it in a backpack because I knew I had something somebody wanted. I know they would kill me if they knew I had this money. Now imagine having a punani. This is what he's saying. This is crazy. Y'all, look at this quote from Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said, I got paid $25,000 when I was 17. And I was scared to walk around with it in a backpack because I knew I had something somebody wanted. I know they would kill me if they knew I had this money. Now imagine having a punani, a portal, a female member. So if you really want to just imagine the value of what you have, ladies, think about this. Think about this quote. Dave Chappelle, 17, got $25,000, $25,000. $25,000 was a lot of money back when Dave Chappelle was 17. I mean, adjusted for inflation, I'm assuming that was at least 50,000. That would be valued at $50,000 now, right? Dave Chappelle is a legend. Shaky's channel. Dave Chappelle's a legend. I mean, absolutely. But just think about it, y'all. Please. So when I go back to something like this, so let me show you what Gio Lambert said. And men, so this is what I'm saying, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Men are telling you this everywhere. You just have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. So this is a quote from Gio Lambert. And another man tweeted the quote. You have another man tweeting the quote, right? This isn't a woman tweeting it. This is a man. This is a man's account. Okay, so you have this from Dave Chappelle. And then you have Chris Rock. And then you have Chris Rock saying, Punani costs money, but the male member is free. Right here. Right? You have Dave Chappelle saying this. Look.
But that only lasts for like 30 days. Because women don't like paying for shit. That's right. Pussy costs money. Dick is free.
Okay, he said it. He said that. Chris Rock said that. I mean, and you have Gio Lambert saying this, right? If you look at the red print right here, Gio Lambert is saying Punani is priceless. It's rewarded to the best, not given to the latest crush that gets you drunk off of brown liquor, right? Y'all, it's just like, okay, it's like, y'all, if you had if you had a handful of diamonds and gold, like a handful of it, right? Like you had like a handful of diamonds and gold, and you know, you go to a party and a guy's like, oh yeah, I like your diamonds and gold and your little sachet. Can I have some of them diamonds and gold? Are you gonna just give that man some diamonds and gold because he just requested it? Is that what you're gonna do? Or you gonna make him earn it? Or you gonna make him improve your quality of living for it? Because that's how valuable it is. You have Dave Chappelle essentially saying that what you have is worth more than $25,000 back when he was 17, which would probably worth somewhere near 50,000 right now. And y'all just handing that out. Patrice O'Neal was underrated. Okay, Playable, you can if you post the link, that would be really helpful. If you want me to share like a specific skit that he went over or that he made, I'd be happy to do so. Y'all might not like him though. I mean, we'll see. I haven't heard of Patrice O'Neal at all. So Shaky's channel says those are good men to share that knowledge. Most would be pissed because they don't want women knowing their worth and power. I mean, absolutely. And a lot of men, and this is the thing, right? Like, woo, okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe I will look for this clip, but I saw a clip of the woman who has this channel, and her channel is called Women Love Power. She's like a beautiful Black woman who looks super classy. She's always like done up really nicely for her videos. And, you know, she was in an interview once, and in the interview, she said that monogamy was created so that the common man could have access to women and could have access to sex, right? That's what she said. And people were like, wait, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah. Like, usually, and if you do some research now, you'd find this still to be somewhat true. Usually, men who have a bunch of resources get to have access to the larger number of women. While men who don't have any resources, oftentimes they stay single, they never marry, they never get to procreate, they never get to have any type of legacy. So I think she said that because they were talking about monogamy and polygamy. They were talking about that that issue on whether or not like it's natural. And it's true. I mean, if you think about the kings, like I studied Near Eastern studies as an undergrad, and my honors thesis was on enslaved women throughout that region. And I had to do a bunch of research on harems. And I remember back in 2012, I visited Turkey, and I got to go to like the historic harems that were preserved and made into like a museum, right? And I got to walk through, and you get to see like they had harems. You know what harems are? Harems were like these hubs of women that a king would have access to. He would keep women, like a bunch of them, who he could have access to, sexual access to, labor. So it's always been that way. So if you think about why monogamy is so popular now, and it's to give like the common man access to women. So I hope that informs your decisions and who you allow to have access to you, because a lot of times women were not worried about like, oh, does he have emotions for me? Like, you know, they were like, no, what is he providing? What is he going to, if I give this man access to my body, will he provide a good life for me and my children? They weren't like, oh, is he cute? Oh, do he got swag? Like they weren't worried about that. They were like, if I risk getting pregnant by this man, will this man be able to take care of the kids and me while I'm in my most vulnerable state, which is during pregnancy and child rearing years, right? Okay. All right. You can email it when you can, playably. Jessi Dreams says, I want to go there. Turkey's cool. I think you should go. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay. Hey, KK. Hey, y'all. But anyway, y'all just understand the value of what you have, please, ladies. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. And don't believe any of this nonsense about like, oh, if you're a single mother, then you can't have a man. Or if you're like over 35. Oh, no, they're even talking about over 25 is too. Oh, Lord. You have men saying if you're over 25, then it's too late. Like the lady that I reviewed yesterday, I showed you her video. Her name is Mina her channel's name is The Universe Guru. Yo, she was a single mom when she met her husband, and her husband took her in as a full provider. She is a kept woman who invests her money, honey. Okay. And she was a single mom when she met her husband. So don't believe that. And she's either Pakistani or Indian, where their culture is typically more conservative, where men typically really do want like a pure, quote unquote, pure virgin, right? Don't believe that. Please don't believe this. It's crazy. So Sacred Sacro said it was less work for all girls because each girl had a role, I think. And here's the thing, like, yeah, probably. And they just didn't have to like be the only one. Like, I'm pretty sure some of those girls went in the harem like, oh, I hope he don't bother me today. I hope he don't want to talk to me today. I hope he don't want me tonight, right? Like, but they was like, oh, I'm getting to live in this luxurious harem, and I don't want nothing to do with that man. I just want to go and sit by this beautiful pond and pick flowers. Like, I don't be messing with him. And I mean, like, that's freedom. Well, it's not freedom in the larger sense, but you get what I mean. Like, they was freedom for the man because there were a bunch of other women. But anyway, Shaky's channel says, this is trippy. While working out earlier in my African music playlist, one of the songs photo of it was a wealthy man sitting at the dining table surrounded by a bunch of women. Caught my eye. Listen, Shaky's channel, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Like, back in the day, and still in some countries and some places, if you don't have the resources to take care of women, you will not have access to women. You will not have access to women. Hey, Rachel. And hey, girl. Oh, hey. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to tell everyone. So the Facebook group is up and running. It's like a strategy kind of book club type of Facebook group where we talk about feminine strategies to get to the bag, but also to improve ourselves and set ourselves up for provider men mainly, right? Like it's kind of like a motivational group where we only, we encourage each other to only deal with men who provide, okay, and improve our quality of lives. So yeah, if you're interested in joining the group, you can just DM me on Instagram. There is a small fee. It's very, very small, but once the group gets larger, the price is going to go up. So you might want to go and get in now. You might want to go send me a message now. My handle on Instagram is @universe.trip. Thank you, KK. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot. I've been meaning to talk about the group. So that's up and running. It exists. So if you're interested in joining, you can send me a message on Instagram @universe.trip, and I will let you in. Okay, I'll tell you the details of how to get into the group, and I'll let you in. Let me see. All right. Let me read. Okay, so Powerful Manifester says, question about Gio Lambert book. Question about Gio Lambert book. I like Hotactics, but does any one of his books speaks about obtaining marriage? Okay, so if you are more focused on an actual like relationship and building with someone, I think you should check out the book Solving Single. Thank you for asking that question. Yeah, Powerful Manifester. Solving Single is that book. Let me see if I can find a link for you. And yeah, so Playably, you funny Playably. Playably says invest while the stock is low. I mean, invest while the stock is low. So the price to get into the group is very, very small right now. But once the group gets on and popping, and once we get, a bunch of success stories, the price gonna go up. It's gonna go up. All right. But let me see. I'm gonna find this product for you. Powerful Manifester. But yeah, y'all, like, come on now, please, ladies, please understand the value. You have Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, all these men saying it in a very direct way about how valuable it is, but also kind of saying it in code. They're not telling you what to do, but they're letting you know how valuable it is to them, right? And when I say it, I mean access to female bodies is very, very valuable to men. And these men let you know this. These men let you know that having access to women, like not even so far as to like having access to women's bodies, but having access to feminine energy, having access to a woman's attention is very valuable to men. And men want women. Men like women. Men want women. And men pay for what they want. They pay for what they want. Okay? So men will provide for a woman that they want. So this is the link. So wait, let me see. Powerful Manifester. Powerful Manifester. This is the link to Solving Single, and you can check that out if you like. I put the link in the chat for you. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I'm going to address this. Jake Moreno says, over 30 is done. Come on, that is silky talk. I can name a list of famous hot sisters in their 30s and older. So are you agreeing that 30 is done, or are you disagreeing that 30 is done? Because I mean, okay, I really want to show you this post. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so distracted. I want to show y'all this post. Okay. I want to show y'all this post. So all this talk about Kevin Samuels, like all this talk about like, if you 35 and you got children and you average, you can't get no high value man. Like that's a lie. Look, I'm about to show you something. It's going to surprise a lot of y'all. I'm about to show y'all something. I hope they didn't take this down. Oh, here we go. Right here. Here you go. Right here. Whoo, child. Let me go to this woman's page. She's always posting. This is woman. She's really cool. If you go, you can go check out her channel. Her channel is named Hatshepsut Economics. I think it's still called that. She makes a lot of great content for women. in Leveling Up and all that stuff. But I mean, in my opinion, I think she gives great advice and great perspectives, but maybe she's a little bit too conservative for me. Like, she's very religious, but but hey, like she does give, she be spitting facts. She be spitting facts. Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. I finally found it. I was like, come on now. Okay, y'all. So I want you to see this post right here. For everyone that thinks Kevin Samuels is like the authority for everything dating and relationships and marriage, let me show you this post, because the way he humiliated that girl was crazy. But I do agree that that woman should not have subjected herself to that type of treatment. She shouldn't have gone on the show to begin with, seeking validation from a man who really doesn't care about women. But hey, we all got to learn, right? But so I want you to look at this. Oh, thank you. Thank you, CL Garcia. You're awesome. Thank you, girl. Hey guys. Y'all, hey Xtina. Y'all should check out Xtina's channel. She's pretty cool. She's into talking about beauty and Latin heritage, and she gives a set of really interesting perspectives. She talks about relationships too sometimes. The Machiavellian Empress says, isn't that what Steve Harvey did? Married Marjorie at an older age and adopted all of her kids. Yes. Machiavellian Empress. Yes, he did. And I know personally, I know a man, I know a millionaire, like he's on the Bloomberg list, and he met a woman with 2 daughters when she was in her 30s, and she was a single mom, 2 daughters in her 30s, and he married her and adopted her 2 kids. It happens all of the time. This is why, I mean, I understand it's not for every man. I get it. And if you're a man and you know that you don't want a woman like that, then you should leave women like that alone. But it's just like, to say that all men will just disregard you because you're a single mom or you're like in your 30s is crazy. It's insane. Ugh. So CL Garcia says, who else do you recommend to help level up? Any other inspiring women to follow on YouTube? So, you know, I talk about Shira all the time. Shira is like the GOAT. You should go over there. If you don't watch Shira videos, you should be watching her videos. Okay. Shira's great. Who else do I listen to? I mean, this information is found on a bunch of like channels, but just like, you want someone that's balanced, because some people are way too far on the side of just like only getting money. And then some people are way too far on the side of like feelings and emotions. And I think you should be balanced in between like the two, right? Like money is important, but compatibility is important as well. Like, you should enjoy spending time with a person, or at least be able to like tolerate the person. So I'll give that some thought. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying, Jake. I get what you're saying. Okay. So he's saying anyone saying 30 years old and older on a female makes her life done is silly. You have women in their 40s still looking hot. I mean, absolutely. No, Jake, especially Melanie. Oh, yes. Thank you, Xtina. Yes. Great. Thank you, the Machiavellian Empress. Absolutely. Kareen is awesome. Sugar Fuzz. Okay, Sugar Fuzz is a little I think Sugar Fuzz is good, but I personally wouldn't be pushing Sugar Fuzz like that. But I mean, she good. She good. Yo, okay, Jessi Dreams. I thought his girlfriend was in her 50s. No, hold on, let me check this. No. No. I think she's in her 50s. Hold on. Hold on. No. She look good too. Let me see how old this lady. Listen, y'all. Listen. Jeff Bezos' girlfriend is 50. 50. Look, let me show you. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm over here playing with y'all? This is why you don't listen to men who don't have women's best interest in mind. This is why you don't listen to them. Sugar Fuzz is spicy. She be spitting facts. She does. She doesn't deal with the BS. The Machiavellian Empress says, yep, 2 older women done leveled up with Bezos. Absolutely. And I love how his ex-wife donated like $1 billion to like HBCUs. Honey, she's awesome. See, this is what you can do. If you date men of means, you can change the world. Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, just put down hundreds of millions of dollars on HBCUs. Actually, I don't know if it's hundreds. It's at least $120 million on HBCUs. Okay. An HBCU right here in Baltimore got $40 million from Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. So see, ladies, this is why you should be only dealing with men of means, because he can break you off a little something. You could take that little something and change the lives of others, right? But anyway. So Jessi Dreams, look, I just want to let you know that Jeff Bezos' girlfriend is actually she's actually 50. She's 50. Jeff Bezos' girlfriend is 50 years old. So I don't know a man that's more high value than Jeff Bezos. There is not a man living today that is worth more than Jeff Bezos. As of today, there is not a man alive that's worth more than him. So if anyone tells you you got to be in your 20s to have a high value man or to get a high value man, they are lying, because we have the richest man in the world dating this woman right here, and you can see them all booed up right here. And she's 50. She's 50. Do you see her age right here? She was born December 19th, 1969. She's 50 years old. 50. Listen, look, KK. KK said, I'm enjoying the Hotactics book, even though it makes me blush. Listen, KK, this woman right here, Lauren Sanchez, trust me. Trust me when I say she lives by the tenets of Hotactics. She's very seductive. I don't know if she actually read the book, but she knows what's in the book, and she conducts her life in that way. But anyway, I just want you to, so this whole talk about how you have to be in your 20s to get a high value man is hogwash. It's absolutely, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Jeff Bezos' current girlfriend is 50 years old. She's 50. I'm going to keep saying that because the way Kevin Samuels talked to that young lady who was only 35, you know how young 35 is? That's young. Especially now because we are living much longer. Our lifespans are increasing and increasing. 35 is young. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, is booed up with a 50-year-old woman. So ladies, if you work on yourself, if you work on truly understanding your value that you have innately for being a woman, point blank period, things like this will be more likely to happen to you. You will be more likely to affiliate and mesh with high value men, right? Men who typically have a bunch of wealth and high net worth, right? But anyway, let me read. There was something else I wanted to address. So CL Garcia, I hope that helped. CL Garcia, Xtina is telling you to check out Karina Lord. I agree. I really like her channel as well. And the Machiavellian Empress suggested Sugar Fuzz and Shira also. Like I always talk about Shira. Shira is a must. You have to expose yourself to Shira and her content. But anyway, so that's one example. And just the last example I wanted to show you guys was this one right here. So look at this woman. Just look at this woman, y'all. Look at this woman. If this woman decided to go to Kevin Samuels and say, Kevin Samuels, what do I have to do to get a high value man? Don't you think Kevin Samuels would berate her and talk down to her like he did that 35-year-old woman? Don't you think he would say worse to this woman right here? Don't you think, this woman is in her 50s as well. This woman is in her 50s. She had one daughter before meeting her current husband. So she was at least a 40-year-old single mother when she met her high value husband who provides for her, and they live a life of luxury. So let me show you pictures of this woman and I'll read you the post. So just check this out. Because, people want to believe that you have to be in your 20s to have a high value man. That's not true. It's just not true. So look at this. So we have her, and you can check out her Instagram. I think it's Lorraine Cynthia. I think that's her name. So look at this woman. If Kevin Samuels had a sit down with this woman, he would come even harder for this woman. He would say, you're way too old. This woman is like in her 50s and was a single mother before she met this man and married him. Look, that food looks great. Look at this ring. Oh my gosh. Wait, let me go back. Look at this ring. Look how nice this ring is, y'all. Look at that. Look at them. He adores this woman. He all up in this woman's face. He can't get enough of this woman. Look. But if you listen to people like Kevin Samuel, you'll be sitting here believing that you can't get a high value man when you got 50-year-olds who have children who are getting high value men. You can't believe everything, y'all. Y'all have to have confidence. Look at her. Look how regal she looks. And she's an older woman. And that's their child. Okay? So I wanted to show you these pictures. Look at him. Loves this woman. Like, he adores his wife. He adores this woman. Okay? And they are paid. Look at this. So women, especially Black women, a lot of people will like to tell you that you can't get what you want. You can't get a high value man. You're too old. You have children. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Don't believe it, okay? Because if this woman went on Kevin Samuel's little talk show, he would have told her worse. Okay? But so this is the post that accompanied the pictures, and I'm just going to read it. So it says, I can bet my life if this amazing and gorgeous ebony rich sister went on some silly show and asked some crazy man to judge her worth, they would have told her something just as abusive and just as subjective. This woman married and is living her best life. She's 50 years young and looks amazing. So she's 50. She's 50 as well. Prior to her marriage, she was already a mom to a beautiful daughter. Ladies, get out of the matrix. Ladies, unfollow all toxic pages. Ladies, stop arguing with those posts. Connect and network with women you admire and those who inspire. No matter who you are worthy of your dreams and desires. Stop letting other people's expectations become your limitations. Stop letting men and women scold you for wanting what other women ask for with ease. You deserve a healthy relationship. You deserve a happy marriage. You deserve to feel special and feel loved. You deserve to feel amazing every day. Stop connecting your energy to low vibrational people and toxic waste conversations. You have nothing to prove. And I mean, I absolutely appreciate this post because I keep showing y'all ladies over and over again that's just not true. It's just not true. Look at this. Look at this woman. She's 50. So when she married this man, she you know, she was probably over 35 and she had a daughter. So if people want to tell you that you have to be under, 30 to get a high value man who provide for you and take care of you, it's not true. Okay. But anyway, let's see. Jake Moreno says Gabrielle Union, age 48. Maya Harrison, age 41. Maya Harrison. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, my gosh. Kerry Washington, age 43. Alicia Keys, age 39, and so on. Who wouldn't marry these women if they were single? A lot of men, or just, I guess they're just what is the word? They just talking. Because, I mean, like you said, if any of these women walked up to the men that watches Kevin Samuels, those men would try to be getting with those women, you know, talking about they wouldn't date nobody past 30. And it's like, okay. Apple Girl says, I love your topics. Thanks for looking out for us. You're welcome, girl. All of y'all are very welcome. So I'm just gonna leave this here before I sound off, but I just want you to read this post one more again because it's super important. And I want you to really contemplate the value of what you have as women. Not that, you know, your organ is the most valuable thing, but being a woman is very valuable in and of itself. Men will do a lot to have access to women. Oh my gosh. Machiavellian Empress says J-Lo is 50. All of these men need to sit down. I don't know. Like there was this tweet that I saw where this ugly man, if I can find this, let me see if I can find it. It was crazy. I was like, are you serious? This ugly man was like, the same reason why I won't buy milk a day before its expiration date is the same reason why I wouldn't date a 28-year-old woman. And I'm like, you are so dusty looking. This man was looking crazy. Let me see if I can find this. And it was funny. The comeback was he's doing 28-year-old women a favor all around the world. Like, let me see if I can find it. I hope I can find it. I may not have saved it. Nah, y'all. I didn't. Interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, anyway. I gotta get back on topic. I can't find that post. But these men aren't, they're not telling the truth. They're not being honest. They want to sit here and they want to sit here and say that they wouldn't date a woman over 30, but like Jake Moreno said, like you got Gabrielle Union, who's 48. Like who wouldn't look at her? Who wouldn't be trying to get with her? Who wouldn't be trying to get with Maya Harrison? Who wouldn't be Kerry Washington's crazy beautiful, Alicia Keys? Like who wouldn't be up in their face? Oh, Jessi Dreams. Oh, thank you, girl. This is very inspirational, new subby, and I love your approach and channel. Thank you, girl. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned and make sure you share my channel, y'all. Share my channel with women who you know could benefit from the content and the perspectives. Because I'm telling you, I wish I had found Shira when I was in my, like, I don't know, 18. I wish I had found Shira when I was like in my teenage years, because when I was a teenager, man, I really lacked self-confidence. And if I had found Shira, wait, what? UniverseTrip, did you do an invest in the stock market commercial that runs on Facebook? No. What? You found my doppelganger is a girl that looks like me? I didn't do that. But maybe somebody did somebody use my picture? I don't know. I didn't do that commercial. Apple Girl says age shaming by men is a feeble attempt to gut us to lower our standards so they can have yes. So they can have easy access to the P. Absolutely. No, you're right, Apple Girl. No, you're absolutely right. But okay, so I have to leave. Oh my gosh, I've been on for an hour. This is crazy. Okay. I've been on for an hour already, but I want to leave this here. Hold on, wait a minute. What? Okay, so the Machiavellian Empress says, Apple Girl, yup, it's all a manipulation tactic, but we're hyped to their games. Yeah, absolutely. Girl, they're just trying to get you at a discount. Like, okay, for example, this is an example that Shira said, and I'm gonna reuse it, y'all, because I want y'all to know this too. She said, you know how you got those people that will go into like a store and then they'll pick up something that they really want, but they don't want to pay full price for it. So they'll be like, hold on, I got this rose water. I'll be like, I go to the cashier and I'll be like, excuse me, there's a little chip right here. Can you get me a discount for this? And I really want it, but I don't got the money. I don't want to pay full price for it. So I go to the cashier and I'm like, can I there's just a chip right here. And it's it looked like it's been opened. It smells funny. Can I get a discount for this? This is what the men are doing to you when they age shame you. This is what they do to you. The men who age shame women are the same people who go into a store, see something they really want but can't afford it, and they're like, there's something wrong with it. Can I get it for a discount? This is what they're doing. But women are getting much smarter, and we're understanding that regardless of our age, regardless of or not if we're like single mothers, like we're very valuable. We're very valuable, okay? Okay, let me see. Oh, Jake Moreno says, if that invest in stock market commercial isn't you, you have a twin sister. Okay, I haven't seen that commercial, but hopefully I can find it and see it, because I like to meet my doppelganger. Apple Girl says, yep, all their games just sharpen our strategy. Absolutely. Like, but the thing is, it's like women, we wouldn't have to sharpen our strategy if we were just like completely convicted in knowing like our worth. Like, all they do is like they try to age pick us. They try to say, oh, you're a single mother, so you're not like da 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 da. Like, and it's like I'm still very valuable as a woman. Like, you have to know that. You have to be sure, and you have to be like, you have to have conviction. If you don't, it's not gonna work. You can have all the strategy. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, this is why I have this channel. Like, this is why I have this channel. Like, y'all have to know, like, it comes from your self-esteem and sense of self-worth. If you got if you have unshakable self-esteem and an unshakable sense of self-worth, like, you can't be stopped, and people can't come to you with the BS. Like, the strategies help. The strategies definitely help, but the strategies are nothing without that strong sense of self-worth and self-esteem. The strategies are absolutely nothing. You can have all the strategies in the world, but if you don't know that you're valuable, you ain't gonna be able to convince anybody else. You not. So Rachel says, in Kenya, marriage is the goal. If you get to 25 and are unmarried, you'll be considered old. I believe you. It's like that in a lot of countries, but most of us are looking at this topic from being in America, and I know we're super privileged, but I know when I lived in Egypt and Jordan, that was the case too. But a lot of women were getting married younger. But you know what? The world is a huge place, and if it doesn't work out in your country, you can always travel and go to another country and see if it works out. I really would encourage women to travel. I mean, it's helped me a lot. Yeah, no, definitely starts with self-love, okay? But anyway, I have to go now, but I want you to look at this right here. And you have men telling you, okay? You have men telling you this from all these different places, but you have to pay attention. Because they aren't outright telling you, ladies, you shouldn't be dealing with men who don't appreciate your value. They're just letting you know how much they value you, okay? So again, I'll read this quote from Dave Chappelle. He says, Dave Chappelle said, I got paid $25,000 when I was 17, and I was scared to walk around with it in a backpack because I never had something somebody wanted. I know they would kill me if they knew I had this money. Now imagine having a punani. Ladies, look, I'm going to read this one more time. Dave Chappelle said, I got paid $25,000 when I was 17, and I was scared he was scared. I was scared to walk around with it in a backpack because I never had something somebody wanted. I know they would kill me if they knew I had this money. Now imagine having a punani, having a vagina, right? Imagine having a vagina. And you think, like women, like I said this before, like they did a survey for online daters, and they asked the online daters, they said, they separated the men and the women. They said, women, what's your greatest fear when it comes to online dating? The women said, I'm afraid to be physically harmed or assaulted. I'm afraid that he may kidnap me. I'm afraid that he may beat me up. I'm afraid that he may kill me. I'm afraid that he may rape me. The women were afraid of being physically harmed. And this is why, right? Because men show aggression towards women, because evolutionary biologists claim that it is a reproductive strategy to control a female sexuality. That's why. And I showed y'all that article before. It's like an academic article I posted. Anyway, Jake Moreno says, if a single mother is a medical school student working to better herself, I'd meet her. If she pole dances at Chocolate City on weekends, then hell no. Okay, that's you. But a lot of men love strippers. So I know that's not all men. But anyway, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you so much for the super chats. CL Garcia and Playably, y'all always coming through with the super chats. Thank you, girl. Thank you, CL Garcia. Thank you. And Playably, thank you as well. And I will talk to you lovely people later, okay? All right. Bye. Bye, guys.